Tribe. This one for the Soul Tribe. Good morning. Soul Tribe. Hey. 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 Good morning. Soul Tribe. Hey. This one for the Soul Tribe. Hey. This one for the Soul Tribe. Yeah. Yeah. This one for the Soul Tribe. Yeah. The shiners and the light workers. The healers and the strivers. Hey. Soul Tribe. This one for the Soul Tribe. Hey. This one for the Soul Tribe. Hey. Good morning. Hey, Tribe. Hey. This one for the Soul Tribe. Hey. 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 Yeah. And this one for our Soul Tribe. Yeah. This one for our Soul Tribe. Hey. Yeah. If you are new here, welcome. Good morning. We are Elemental Beings. We are so glad to have you to our morning matinee. We come through every morning with a message. So if you're here, it's for a reason. Hey. But this one for the Soul Tribe. Hey. Hey. This one for the Soul Tribe. In the morning. Hey. 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 We wake up in the morning. Hey. Yeah. When we wake up in the morning. Hey. When we wake up in the morning. Guess what, y'all? Hey. Joy comes in the morning. You ever be so happy to get up? It's like joy comes in the morning. Hey. Joy comes in the morning. Hey. Y'all know what I like to say in the morning. Hey. Dear Lord, when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling good and my life is moving forward. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Dear Lord, when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling good and my life is moving forward. Hey. And so I thank you. I trust you. Hey, I show you gratitude. Hey.
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 I said, Lord, I thank you.
Hey.
I love you.
Hey.
I'm showing gratitude.
Hey. Dear Lord, when we wake up in the morning, we feeling good and our life is moving forward. Yeah. Dear Lord, when we wake up in the morning, we feeling good and our life is moving forward.
That's right, Tom. We on here without no papers.
Hey.
No papers, baby.
Dear Lord, when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling good and my life is moving forward. Hey. And so I thank you. I trust you. Yeah, I show you gratitude. Big ups to the Most High. Ashe to the ancestors. Hey. Big ashe to the ancestors. And all.
Ashe.
Hey. Hey. Yeah. And all praise to the Most High. Hey. Hey. And all praise to the Most High. Yeah. Yeah. We giving praise in the morning.
Hey.
Hey. We giving praise in the morning.
Dear Lord, when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling good and my life is moving forward.
Hey. Dear Lord, when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling good and my life is moving forward. Hey. And I remember days I didn't think I'd make it. Yeah. And I remember days I didn't think I'd make it. I did my shadow work, went to them dark places. Hey. Yeah. Cause guess what? Joy comes in the morning.
The room is in, but I'ma send it to a place where I'm grateful for every morning, see the sun up on my face. Sometimes I feel I'm ignoring my life, but it's the hermit God said I'm restoring your sight. 8 of Cups with it, moving on up with it. Life gritty, but you gotta get tough with it. God's touch, hush critics, I'm in touch with it. Childhood double dies, G.I. Joe rhythm.
Hey, joy comes in the morning. Hey, we giving praise in the morning. Hey, Yahweh. Yeah.
Hey, I used to be mad at the world cause I couldn't see myself. Mad at the world cause I couldn't find help. Did my shadow work and now my past be like looking in the rearview mirror at the traffic light. Was eating cordon bleu one night. My ancestors straight sent it into it full of insight. They said you resonate with the light and the darkness.
Hey.
So you gotta figure out how you gonna walk this path is given. They give me the rhythm. They said I gotta do it now. It's the reason I'm living. So I obey the rules. No baneful spell work. Stick to the script. Heaven over hell first. Faith in God. Intuit from my ancestors. Heavenly symphonies, but they all big steppers. The weapons of warfare are spiritual. Spirit says, say it even if they not hearing you. So Ace of Swords from the King of Swords, I roll with Archmichael, I can never be ignored. Before ascension, I was never a sucker. In the spirit after ascension, I'm never a sucker.
Hey.
No, not looking for exploits or benefits, trying to manifest it like Hermes Trismegistus.
Hey, yeah. We giving praise in the morning. In the morning. Yeah. And dear Lord, when we wake up in the morning, we feeling good and our life is moving forward. Hey. I said, Lord, when we wake up in the morning, we feeling good and our life is moving forward. Hey. Yeah. And so I love you. I trust you. Yeah, no one above you. Hey, Yahshua. I love you. I trust you. Yeah, I show you gratitude. Yeah, joy comes in the morning. Hey, joy comes in the morning. Yeah, wake up in the morning. Yeah, when we wake up in the morning. Hey, joy comes in the morning.
Thank you.
Hey.
I love you.
Hey.
I'm showing gratitude.
Hey,
Dear Lord, when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling good and my life is moving forward.
hey. And so we trust
We
you.
squashing demons with gratitude.
Hey, hey. We slaying demons with gratitude. Oh, you like that one? We slaying demons with gratitude. Hey, somebody want to hear that one. We slaying demons with gratitude. Hey, yeah. We slaying demons with gratitude. Yeah.
Thanks,
You
tribe.
don't have to have no attitude. Yeah. Yeah. We slaying demons with gratitude.
They call me Hierophant. I be tapping in. I don't need the call to tell you about what's happening. I'm good with spirit. I'm connected to the action. The earth spin upon its axis. I'm looking at the world through my magic glasses. Ain't much that you could do that could get past me. See,
No.
rap by Ben Bars. God say the strength card. Spiritual warfare. Rummies know I went hard. And my method, you gotta respect it. Building up my collective with the truth that's butt naked. My great Grammy named Alice, boy. She was a shaman. Ancestor challenge, boy.
You better tap into this energy. You better tap into this energy. You better tap into this energy. And dear Lord, when we wake up in the morning, we feeling good and our life is moving forward. Hey. And so we love you. We trust you. Yeah, no one above you. Yahweh. Yeah. I said I love you. I trust you. Yeah, in everything you do. Yeah. Praise in the morning. Yeah. We giving praise in the morning.
The Accord had me trapped behind a fence.
Hey.
I couldn't see the city, it was dense. God told me fight and I repent.
Hey.
Church say I'm rocking with a demon.
Hey.
And they had me starting to believe it. I'm getting high, popping pills, drinking Seagrams. Can't sleep when I do, I'm fighting demons. Everything got a little deeper. The divine give me you and your high priestess. Start seeing real heavy round the ethers. I start feeling real special about my peoples. My ancestors like now we can reach you. Since birth we've been really trying to teach you. Sending all rays really just to greet you. But now you hear it's somebody wanna meet you. It was me in the 5D ranking in the ethers. Pure joy, king of swords, air shining through your speaker. I ain't worried about nothing, is a test. True God body in the flesh. Transmute out the minds manifest. And I'm back for everything I ever.
Yeah. 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 So we back for everything. Yeah.
So
We back for everything. Y'all know what I'ma say. Come on, sing it with me. It's alright. It's okay. Yeah, we seeing better days. Yeah. It's alright. It's okay. Yeah, we seeing better days. Guess what, y'all? Hey. And we back for everything. Hey. And we back for everything. You know how you just think you lose it all? And God like,
It's alright.
It's okay.
We seeing better days.
Hey.
One more time. It's alright. It's okay. We seeing better days.
Hey. Hey. Cause joy comes in the morning.
Hey.
Yeah. Slaying demons with gratitude.
One more time.
Yeah. We slaying demons with gratitude. Hey. We slaying demons with gratitude. Yeah. You don't gotta have no attitude. Hey. We slaying demons with gratitude. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. You better tap into this energy.
Hey.
Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well in positive energy, attracting the life you desire, because who could do it better than my boo? Nobody, right? We're coming through with another live one for you guys. Take the message how it resonates in your life. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, to run it up with some hearts and share it out. We want to help the collective as much as possible.
Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up.
All right, right. So I hope you guys are, doing great. We love you too. We love you guys so, so much. And if it's your first time here, welcome to our Soul Tribe. What's up, Tribe?
I just felt like doing that. You know how the rap, when they make the raps, they be like,
Eat them up, eat them up, eat them up.
I remember when I used to go to church, right? Pastor used to be like, let's praise the Lord. Throw them up. Throw them up. Throw up the praises. Throw up the praises, right? So, yeah, we feeling real praisey this morning.
Okay.
So, if you on this channel, we invite you to praise the Most High with us.
Yes. Now
If you bitter and you disgruntled, stay here anyway, right? It's a word. We tolerate all that over here.
And if you don't like cards, you don't like people that use cards, this may not be the channel for you, and that's okay, right?
And if you're over here and you're a spiritual adversary, we don't mind. Just come in here and sit your ass down.
Be quiet.
somewhere.
Sit down somewhere.
Sit your ass down
Okay.
in the nearest corner,
and
right?
you could definitely run the comments up. I'm
Yeah,
cool with
because
that.
we
We
you
cool
know,
with that.
not only us, but it's some powerful people that's connected to us. So I would hate to see you come here and offend somebody and then leave with a hex or something, because people in our network, some of them, y'all, they
real powerful beings.
boy, they put the razzle on
Yeah,
you.
they don't like when you play with auntie and uncle now.
They put,
Right?
put the jumbo rizzle on you. You be walking around. They turn you into a donkey.
Crooked letter, eye, humpback, eye.
You be a donkey over here on this channel talking about. They be like, what happened? I don't know. Somebody
soul traveler did
they
something.
went on the Elemental Beings channel talking crazy, and one of them people over there turned them into a donkey. Hocus pocus on you. Somebody said,
Boogla.
Hutla Mashandu on you, right?
All right, y'all. So the first card we got coming out for you, guess what? It says wish fulfilled. And I love this. The first card coming out. It says being spontaneous and taking risks pays off. Destiny and fate. Like, so someone, you are living in your purpose. And this is wish fulfillment for you. You can find yourself, you know, you could really find that your gift is making a way for you, because, you know, the gift will make a way for you, right? A gift will allow you to use it and do something that your heart resonates with, and then you can still make income off of it, right? So there's someone, and you're learning how to use your gift.
Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment.
You heard me? Okay.
Ooh, Nine of Cups on the tarot. I like the wish fulfillment
You know?
card when I'm doing right. Because when you're doing wrong and your wish get fulfilled, serendipity, it's like your energy, God's providence.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, happening in God's timing, like God's intervention, destiny, fate.
Oh, I gotta study that one.
Like I said, with the wish fulfilled energy, right? You gotta make sure you're striving, because if you out here and you're doing decadence and you're doing bangful energy, right? Then your wish fulfillment gonna be that judgment you're gonna receive when the Most High turn the scales around. See, when karma come in, that's wish fulfillment. Cause somebody, they be asking for the shit that happened to them, cause they don't want to stop going in the dark. They don't want to stop playing around in people's energy. So when wish fulfillment comes in for that energy, you already know what it is. But on the flip side, if you a striver and you've been doing what you're supposed to do, you know, destiny and fate, it awaits you.
I'm picking up Sagittarius energy. You could be a Sagittarius in the energy. You know, Sagittarius is a very spontaneous kind of energy. So you could be in that energy right now. It could be in your chart. You could be a Sag in your North Node, and like, you know, a Sag in a North Node is nothing to play with. You know, that's a very powerful energy. So this could be you here, but wish fulfillment, you know, fate. It is fate for you to be exactly where you are. It's fate for you to get where you're supposed to go. Nothing can stop your journey.
There's a couple water signs on here right now. I feel y'all energy. There's a few water signs on here, right? A lot of water. Y'all got water in y'all charts. All right, look, I picked Serene Haven and Souls of Balance, right? Love. Serene Haven, embrace tranquility as your refuge, where serenity blossoms and peace unfolds your being, right? So God is wanting somebody to definitely go within, right? One of my favorite readers, you know what she always says? Go within so you don't go without, right? And that's the Serene Haven. It's going to definitely take you to embrace your tranquility. You know, tranquility is a silent place. Sometimes you feel lonely when you find tranquility. But in tranquility, that's where you receive the proper downloads. That's where your intuition becomes sharper. Because tranquility, it blocks out the disturbances. When you reach the energy of tranquility, it's kind of like the hermit energy. Like, not much can phase you when you find true tranquility. And this is where Spirit says serenity blossoms in peace, right? Like your gratefulness.
It's funny, blossom.
Your alignment. It's April too, right? So blossoming, this is quite fitting for the time. Perfect alignment. April with the blossom, Serene Haven, and Souls of Balance. Seek equilibrium and love and career. Harmonizing your inner scale. Remember I said go within. Harmonizing your inner scale to weigh decisions, both heart and mind. So it's a need. You could be a person easily, right? And I'm also feeling air sign energy, right? King, the Queen of Swords energy. And the reason why I'm feeling that is because the air signs are a head over heart. They look for logic. They look for proper reasoning, right? Well, Spirit says that's good, but at the same time, you got a heart. So your decisions, they need to be balanced between your heart and your mind. It's not always head over heart. That's good, like to get you out of tight places where God is requiring you to rise above your emotions. But it's a lot of times when your emotion is your energy and motion, so it's going to be required. Every decision can't come from a place of logic. God does not operate in the realms of logic. Right? Actually, God's power defies logic most often. So begin to weigh things in a scale, decisions both heart and mind, right? Those are the souls of balance, your heart and your mind, right? Begin to weigh your decisions against both polars, right?
I love this next energy for you guys. We got April coming out, okay? April, this is perfect. This is divine timing, right?
Alignment.
Proper alignment, divine timing. It says water your hopes and watch them start to bloom. So Spirit is saying the work that you're doing right now in real time it's going to groom you for what's to come, because there's a lot to come for you. It says planting, nurture, and blossom. And it's funny because we were telling you guys last night, we just started our garden last night again.
Live from the garden.
Yeah, so we're live from the garden, and you guys could be in the same energy. You could have just planted some seeds, or you could literally be planting seeds in your life of just, I'm hearing someone really has more faith, and I know this because we got the Hierophant coming out.
Hey.
So you're showing up as like a spiritual leader, okay? You're showing up as someone that has authority. So you always have to be the bigger person. I'm sorry. It's just something that you have to do because you have a different understanding of spirit, right? You understand that it's not so much about the religion, but the relationship, the intentions. What are you doing with your powers? What are you manifesting? What are you doing to people? What are you doing behind the scenes, right? And I feel like whoever you are, you're following the rules here, okay? You have spiritual integrity, right? You're not a person that speaks one thing and you go out and do other things. I'm talking to a person that the words you speak is how you live, right? Heavy Taurus energy right here, okay? Someone could have just got some roses or something, or you could need to go buy yourself some flowers and put them on your desk today. Sometimes we want other people to do things for us, but if you live near a food line, they have some really nice flowers and food line, and they're called happy flowers. They're very colorful, and I love putting them on my desk for myself. Now, my man will give me flowers too, but sometimes men and women, you have to go and get some things for yourself to create your own spiritual space and make yourself feel good, right?
I heard that song. I said a rose. It's still a rose, baby girl. You're still a flower.
Rest in peace, Angie Stone.
They can love you and hate you.
Yeah, not Angie Stone. Yeah, rest in peace,
you, darling. You hold the power.
Oh wow, yep, Rose. See, Rose is very powerful.
Is what I am.
Right, but yeah, it could be just one of those days where you just need to go get yourself some $7.99 flowers and stick them things on your desk and look at them and feel good about yourself. Be proud of yourself. A lot of you guys, you don't take any time to be proud of how far you have come. All you think about is everything you went through and where you got to go. What about being proud of yourself in the moment right now, right? Imagine if you were proud of yourself at this very moment. Imagine if you showed up for yourself at this very moment, right? Do something to show yourself love, okay?
That's right. And my masculines, there's nothing wrong with flower energy, right? For my masculines, because I know sometimes
good job.
We live.
Oh, Aretha.
Sometimes oh yeah, it was Aretha Franklin.
I said Angie Stone.
She did.
Help me out. Y'all know Auntie don't be knowing. Thank you.
I was just saying, my divine masculine, I know they taught us, sometimes we taught to be so tough, and we look at flowers as insignificant. We look at them as something to buy and give away.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you, as a masculine, a lot of times I go out in the nature, I pick flowers, I go sit down in them, right? They conducive, and I come from a masculine life. I come from the violence of life, right?
Baltimore City, baby.
Baltimore City streets. But I'm going to tell you, and ain't too many flowers around them streets.
It's concrete. That's the concrete jungle.
Concrete jizzle.
The concrete jungle.
Coming out of that mentality, I had to begin to embrace new things, right? So I remember the first time it was a flower bed on the side of the road full of sunflowers. And they had big old bees and everything. You know, I went right over there with the bees and I was so intrigued, right? I said, let me get some of this energy. So we over at the sunflowers, the high priest, come on over here. Let's do one of these old videos that we do on TikTok, right? You see our videos from last year, we used to move the camera around and we used to go around all summer and find different flower arrangements. And we used to jump in the energy, right? So, and it will help. It helps you out, okay? Right? God put things here in nature, right? And they are at our disposal. I don't think that people realize this. God made us vicegerent of the world, according to the Quran, right? Now the vicegerent, he made Adam vicegerent. Adam is a representation of man, right? So women too, right? Vicegerent means that you everything in this world, right? Everything in this universe, this physical universe, right? It will work in alignment with you and for you, unless you get out of alignment and work against it. Think about it, right? When you're in total alignment, you can go in a jungle and don't even gotta worry, right? So find alignment. Now for the cards, it says quiet moments and embrace courage. Seek solace in silence where clarity finds its true voice. So it's too noisy in your energy. Sometimes you just gotta move away from people. This take a what they call it. This take a unexpected vacation, right? I'm gone. I'm out of here, right? If it ain't no more than this weekend, I'm turning my phone off. I'm going into a quiet place. I guarantee you, if you block out all that noisy energy that's around you, you can really hear the voice. You can hear the voice of the Most High.
That's real.
It's hard to hear God when you got people all in your ear.
A whole bunch of noise in your ear.
Them quiet moments, that's where clarity finds its true voice, right?
Them bugs ain't gonna hurt you.
And then you have embrace courage. Open your mind, learn from experience, and let answers unfold in your journey. So this is a card that is basically describing how you acquire wisdom. We did a segment about wisdom. Wisdom is an energy that you can't cheat for, right? You can go get 1,000,000 books and you can read all of them and still not have wisdom. Because wisdom don't come by way of reading. Wisdom comes by way of experience. And life is an experience. Your whole life, one big experience. So Spirit says, learn from experiences to let answers unfold in your journey. So that's basically saying as you go throughout life, you're going to be confronted with the unknown. Don't run from it. Learn in it. Learn when you're in unknown places. Embrace the courage to stand there and see what's really going. Because you know how we do. When life get unfamiliar, we look for the nearest exit. We get to calling people, girl, boy.
I need help. I don't
hey,
know.
bro.
I need help, Lord.
Bro.
I need help.
Bro, I can't find my way, bro.
I don't know.
But what we need to be doing is not calling all the time. Sometimes you need, but sometimes you just need to open up your mind and reflect in your life. You confronted with a situation, I guarantee you, if it's a problem, it look a lot like something you already dealt with in your past. The energy of the Bible say God ain't gonna put more on you than you can bear. So that means that your threshold, you are
more than equipped.
You're equipped. Whatever threshold you reach in life, whatever's thrust upon you in life, if you extend yourself, you'll find you got the ability to deal with it. Because God is not gonna place it in your path unless you deal with it.
That's real.
And with that being said, that doesn't mean you get to run from things.
Right.
That means that you got to face them.
No, we are problem solvers. Like, you know, we are the people that fix the problems. You know, when they be like, let me speak to the supervisor. You are the supervisor, right? You are the one that fixes things. So it's no point in trying to run away from challenges or problems. You're always going to be faced with them because God made you a problem solver. It's your job.
Giant killer. See, David didn't run from Goliath. You know what David told Jonathan? Jonathan asked David, why are you not scared of this giant? This giant, right? This man of Og, right? This is a man of renown. A giant, a Nephilim. Why are you not scared of him? And David said, Have you not forgotten what God has already done?
Woo.
And you know what Jonathan said? Yeah, David, but I don't feel like God is with us now. And David said, Jonathan, God not with us right here. He with us out there on the battlefield.
You heard me.
We got to go to the battlefield in order to see God.
That's real.
Jonathan, God is not here while we cowering. God is not here while we contemplating. God is not here while we wondering. No, David said, Jonathan, God ain't with us right here.
Yeah.
God with us out there.
Because we weren't meant to be weak beings, you know. It says, Proverbs says that if you are weak in a crisis, you are weak indeed. God does not make anything weak. Look at all the characters from any holy book. None of them were weak characters, you know. They may have felt weak at points, but they were strong. You had to have strength. You had to have resilience.
A relationship
they worked very hard.
Imagine you got a relationship with the Most High, the most powerful force, right? The most powerful, let's say the most powerful spiritual force, right? Energy of the Most High. So if that's the most powerful, do you think a relationship with that is going to consist of your weaknesses? Do you think that it's always going to consider your weaknesses? Or do you think it requires you to gain strength?
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you get real weak, you ain't going to hear the voice of God. I mean, the grace might follow you, but God is not designed and reflective to talk to weakness or conversate with weakness or resonate with weakness.
That's
right?
So real.
You got to become strong, even if you're strong enough to believe that you can win.
That's real.
I'm not saying feel strong enough to beat every enemy, but even faith consists of strength.
That's real. You know, and I think this is important before I get into your next two cards. Don't always look at other people as your way out or your source to get to God. If you look at these biblical characters, they all had God was molding them and training them individually, like personally. You know, personally. And that's how God does us. Like God literally, you know, he's our teacher. So, you know, we get lessons from the divine every day. So you have to realize that sometimes you don't have to look for a person. Sometimes it's right in you, right? You know, you have to realize that you have the same relationship as everyone else. You know, you're able to hear and speak to God just like everyone else. Don't let people fool you that someone else has to go for you, or no, you have the same ability once you clean your life up to be able to hear and see what God is trying to show you. Okay, so now this next energy, I'm gonna say heavy on. This is definitely for a Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. So we got November and we got the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Heavy Scorpio energy. It says, I find happiness in wanting what you already have. So you could be in the energy of not being content with the things that God has already given you. But how can you get more if you don't appreciate what you have? That's a lack of gratitude, right? If you take those old busted up shoes that you hate and you just say, you know what, I hate these and I'm not able to get any more shoes. Well, you better learn how to love those busty shoes so that you can get to the new shoes that you want, right? Because if you don't have gratitude and appreciation, Scorpio, because that's what I'm hearing, you know, togetherness, gratitude, right? Spirit is just really wanting you to focus on the things that you already have. You could be overlooking things right now, okay? You could be like, you know, in the energy of looking for everything around you, but God has already given you exactly what you need. That's what I'm hearing.
It's in you.
Like, you know, in the energy of looking for everything around you, but God has already given you exactly what you need. That's what I'm hearing.
It's in you.
Right?
It's in you. It ain't around you. It's in you.
Okay? And then also he's giving someone everything they need around them. You know, you are literally manifesting the things you need. Maybe not what you want, but you don't go without anything that you need. Okay? And we got the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So Scorpio, right? Spirit is saying to remind you that you have to reawaken your playfulness. Stop taking everything so serious, okay? It's fine. Lighten up a little bit. Have fun. You know, smile. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be sad, down, depressed, any of that. God is with you, right? So Scorpio, it's just a reminder of joy, curiosity, and, you know, living in the moment. Like the fantasy that you were in is over. Because a lot of you guys, you were in fantasy world at one time, you know. You were giving all your love to people that were shortcutting you. You know, you were doing things for people that you would never be, you would never be people would never be grateful for the things that you were doing. So Spirit is saying this is the time where we divide the fantasy from the reality, and we live in our reality right now, because what's happening is it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to play. It's time for you to live. It's time for you to enjoy life, to be happy, at peace. It's your birthright to be at peace. You know, it's your birthright to feel a calmness over your body every day. You don't have to feel anxious, anxiety, stress. You know, those are feelings that we allow to come in. Look, we have the ability to give everything over to God. We don't have to deal with any of that. It's like, dear Lord, you be picking up my battles.
We don't even gotta
we
frown.
ain't even gotta frown no more.
Dear Lord, we've been working on
smiling. Dear Lord, we've been working on smiling.
You heard me.
Right? You gotta just smile. We
don't even gotta fight no more.
I've been embracing this crooked smile. It took me a long time, y'all. Like, you know, I'm gonna just tell you, because you could be in the same energy, right? You could be a person that it may take you a while to embrace your crooked smile. It may take you a while to embrace things that are different about you, you know? Like one side of my face, when I smile, you'll see this side always goes up, right? And it's okay. It's okay to have those imperfections. You're still the baddest one I ever seen.
I'm hearing J. Cole. No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Hey.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Hey.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing. No such thing. What he say? It's beauty in the struggle.
Okay.
Beauty,
right.
Beauty.
Right? Yeah. Smile anyway.
I said it's beauty in the struggle. Okay. Beauty, beauty.
I don't care if I got one tooth left. Y'all gonna see this one tooth. I'ma smile about that. Like, I'm telling you. You know, nowadays in my age, I'm learning that, you know, and this man, I'm going to tell you, this is a man that I'm so grateful. And this is why, you know, it's good, divine feminine, to allow yourself, don't be in the energy of thinking that everybody is the same, because they're not. And I'm just telling you, like, you know, the world will try to fool you, but the energy of the Bible lets us know that man and woman were made for each other.
Get yourself.
Right? Or whoever you desire, whatever you desire, right? We're made for partnerships, right? So you will manifest what you want, right? But what I learned from this man, his faith, you know, in my places when I find that I'm weak, his faith overrides everything. And I watch a man that can be uncertain about everything, but his faith really carries him. And I see the way God works in his life because of his faith, right? So don't give up. Keep your faith, right?
That's right.
You know, faith is the thing that you can't see what's coming in.
It's the substance of things hoped for
and the evidence
of things unseen.
Right?
So it's a very powerful substance, but you just can't see it.
Right. We love you too, baby. Right? So Scorpio in November, because I'm hearing your birthday's in November, togetherness. You got this. The spell is over with. You don't deserve the spell anymore. And Proverbs says the curse can only work if you deserve it.
It says, I just feel a breeze from the Yamas. Seek guidance with an open heart, ready to learn and grow from wisdom offered by others. So if you here and you listening to us, you safe here. First of all, I'm going to tell you why you safe here. This is why you safe here. I'm a man that has been through levels of darkness that most of y'all will never ever comprehend, right? I have been around the darkest human souls that you can imagine, right? I'm talking about true and real unalivers, right? And I used to wonder, God, why do you got me around these people, right? Why am I always around these people? And what made it so scary, I remember one day my grandmother say, you ain't scared to hang with the people you hang with, right? That's what my grandmother said. And you know what my mother said to me one day? Why are your friends so ugly, right? And what she was saying was they had some dark spirits, right? But you know what I found in the midst of all that? I found my connection with God. And God showed me, right? When they did what they did, I never was in the energy. I was always the one that tried, man, we ain't got, look, I work for a nonprofit in Baltimore by the name of Safe Streets, right? Safe Streets used to be, I was one person that worked there, and you know, I worked around a bunch of people that didn't have the faith I had. And you know, I say this about faith, right? Because it was one time I was around all of these dark people, and I wanted to go to church to do a Christmas concert because I wanted to sing, right? So I went to my boss and I said, well, look, I want to take off early. He made mockery. He said, hey, y'all hard one, get off because he got to sing at the church. Church boy, right? So they was joking me, right? But I can remember when something went down and it was very spiritual, you know who they all looked at?
You.
Harv, go out there and talk to them. Harv, speak a word. Say something to the people. And I started realizing, okay, this is what faith does. See, I learned faith in the darker places. So I'm trying to teach it to you in your life. Your faith is an energy, right, that will carry you, right? And you know how you increase your faith? You take the wisdom that's offered by others. Stop trying to give people wisdom that God made wiser than you.
Right.
Just because you read a couple books, that don't give you wisdom. That's knowledge. They two different things. Right? You can read a whole library full of books and you can come into contact with a person that's illiterate. But their wisdom can be up here. But how many of us is prepared to receive wisdom from an unlearned source?
Ooh, come on.
See, we think that because we read, we sharper than everybody. That's the problem. You got to be quiet and receive wisdom. Wisdom is put down for you to pick up. 7 Shades of Wisdom said, he who shuns the wisdom, you got to pass him.
Yep.
You understand me?
Also, what Proverbs says something about, we can't force a fool to be, you can't, when a person wants to be foolish, it's nothing you can really do with it.
Yeah,
I ain't got the exact words, but Proverbs will tell you that.
7 Shades of Wisdom saying, when a person is rejecting wisdom, shun them. Don't even try, right? Just get on away from them.
Right.
Because all you're going to do, like the energy of the Bible forbids us to do, you're going to end up casting your pearls before the swine.
Ooh, come on now.
You never want to cast your pearls before swine, because when you end up taking the fall for it, you don't got nobody to blame but yourself.
Amen.
You know what your pearls before swine is too? I feel it strong in my spirit. Stop telling your adversaries all your business, especially in relationships, right? If you know you with a spiritual enemy, right? What you gonna do? You gonna be Samson to Delilah. You know what took Samson down? He couldn't keep his mouth closed. He was with a spiritual enemy, Delilah. And you know what she did? Samson, what's your weakness? He knew what it was because he held her at bay. But evil is persistent. She persistently asked him, and she caught him at a weak point. You ain't gonna tell me what I've been with you all this time, Samson, and you mean to tell me you can't tell me what make you weak? See, Samson should have been like, why you want to know what make me weak? But see, evil got a way of coming in. So I say to you, accept the wisdom that's offered, right?
Okay.
And the last card says, trust your inner compass to illuminate your path through love and career, revealing the direction your soul wishes to explore. Pathfinder, you are. So it's on you. It says Pathfinder. What that mean? The path might not be illuminated.
Woo.
So that means that you got to go find that thing.
Come on now.
So that means areas of the unknown begin to get familiar with.
Come on now.
When God pour you somewhere and you can't really see your way,
just go
fall in your faith. Fall into your principles.
That's so real.
Most importantly, fall into your intentions. Learn how to be like, even though things shaky and I don't know what's going on, I know my intentions right, so I'm good. I don't care who fought, I don't care what fell out. Everything from my house collapsed, all that, y'all. But I know that my intentions in alignment with the Most High, so I know I'm good. And then you're going to be good.
Wow.
10 of Pentacles.
Sheesh. So we got very soon in the 10 of Pentacles coming out. This is good. And I'm talking to some real high vibrational folks this morning that may not know how high vibrational they are. It's like you have so much right here for you. There's someone, and it's like, you could have lost someone in your family that was like the person, they brung all the traditions together, right? And you could be looking at your family and you could be like, well, we're falling apart since grandma or granddaddy is no longer here. Well, you are the person now that has to carry these traditions because you are a generational curse breaker. You are the one that keeps the family strong. You are the one that is resilient, that keeps going on. You are the gift that keeps giving.
Pathfinder.
Okay? So we got very soon, and it says, things are happening fast. So be ready to move. Speed, agility, and quickness. You know, birds get around very, very quick. So Spirit is saying there's something here for you, and it's coming in very soon, like real time. Okay? And I feel like this is only due to your divine alignment. Now, this ain't because this is not a good thing happening to you just because of who you are. This is a good thing happening to you because of the work that you've been doing. See, work and faith, right? Your work and your faith, they met each other, and it's bringing in something to you.
You know what song I hear? I let the glory of the Lord rise among us. Let the praises of our King rise among us. Let it rise.
Right? And then you got the 10 of Pentacles. So I know this is this is abundance. This is the energy that brings in wealth, happiness, family traditions. There's someone, and you've been desiring your life partner, and guess what? God is working on them. So when you guys come together, you don't have to fix them like you had to fix the last person. You know that last person you was with, and you tried to fix things about them, and you didn't realize that we can't change people. All we can do is change ourselves, right? So this time around, you don't have to search for anything. And guess what? You're gonna know when God sends you that person. It's gonna be ironic. It's gonna be rare. It could be someone that you've already met before, and they could spin the block around, is what I'm hearing for some of you guys.
And I'm gonna tell you how you really gonna know when God is your person, because that person gonna be reaching for the energy of the Most High.
Okay.
Right?
I'm trying to tell you.
Stop reaching for people that don't got no higher power.
Spirit is saying while you are in this fast energy, because you're like things are happening very quickly for you, do not be fooled, okay? While you are in the energy of, you know, things happening very quickly, don't go out looking for anything. You're not a person that has this, you don't have to search for things. Things are attracted to you. God knows what you need. God knows if you are a good man, right? Because I'm hearing there's a good man on this live. If you are a good man, right, and there are some great men out here, God is going to send you that woman that desires you for being the good man that you are. You don't have to buy her this and that. You don't have to do. She's going to love you for who you are, and what you do for her will be extra. Icing on the cake. Female, you don't have to go looking for anything. God is going to send you that man that comes in and where you can be soft, and you can be, you know, you can be just a woman. You can be, you know, quiet and laid back. Because a lot of you guys, you're like, I'm tired. I don't want to be the one carrying all the weight all the time, and you won't be forever. You will not.
And thank you, Spirit. Spirit says, for my divine feminine, stop looking for a God that can see your value and understand your value, and just look for the man that resonate with your value.
God's gonna send you.
Because people don't know who you are, right? Sometimes we got the attitude like, I'm who I is. I'm God's child. You better know who I am. Well, truth be told, you could meet another one of God's children and y'all don't even know each other.
Right.
Because God manifested people in different ways, right? You could be a Christian, they could be a Muslim. Flat out, right? If they got a sincere faith and you got a sincere faith, that can work.
Yeah.
Right? But don't let people tell you, oh, you can't marry somebody if y'all don't got the same. No, you can't deal with nobody that don't have a God in their life.
Right.
If a person has God in their life, right? Who are you to tell a person which way God manifests to them? Right? That's where religion get in the way. Because I'm telling you, I know people that sit in religions and get people out in religions, and they set up and fail because the person that they pick don't really have a faith.
Real.
It ain't about getting nobody that's religious. It's about getting somebody that got some faith.
You know, I seen some people, you know, you got the ones that cover their head and they just is worse than anybody else, and you got the ones that sit in places and they just as bad as anybody else.
I consider those kind of people to be decadent, and the reason why they like. The 5%ers, they used to call them the 10%ers, right? I used to like the 5%ers. They say 10%ers are the bloodsuckers of the poor that know the truth but misguide the 85% of the people.
Wow.
Those are the decadent souls that sit in religious aspects, and they look the part. I mean, they got on, they got leggy out beards, you know, they got on turbans, they got on 3/4 of clothes, they got on all these different spiritual energies, but when you rip it all apart, their spiritual ranking is not even existing. Spirit don't respect ritual practices and all that.
Right, 'cause
Spirit does not respect vainglory. Come on, somebody.
That's like, you know,
somebody said vainglorious, and
you heard
that's a
me.
beautiful
Ooh,
word. I thank you for that
vainglorious.
word, because that's what God is
I love
rejecting.
that. Ooh.
That vainglorious energy.
Wow.
You know how people, I swear, you know how people, that's what they, thank you, Spirit. If you look in the book of Matthew, chapter 12, they tell you the vainglorious energy is what persecuted Christ.
Wow.
You know who persecuted Christ? The church, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, right? They held the book. I read up, where did the Pharisees get their knowledge from? They got it from Moses, the law of Moses. So when Jesus came, you know what Jesus said? Okay, y'all got the law of Moses, but guess what? It's a new rhythm. I'm a whole New Testament out here. Right? So you got to realize that's your duty. The same way, you know what the world look like now? The world look how it looked when Christ came in the world.
Woo,
it was the same way. The religious people held sway, Nicodemus and the boys, they was your authority. They had no spiritual authority.
None.
Look, when Nicodemus went to cast the demon out of Mary, you know what the demon said to Mary? The demon said, Mary had a legion in her. All seven chakras was bound by evil, right? So Nicodemus go in to cast the demon out Mary, and the demons looked at Nicodemus and said, teacher, you have no power here. None. You just but a teacher. You don't got none bit of power, right? Now, Christ came and freed her. So I say to you, you're in the same energy. Yeah, if Christ came back today, you know who would persecute him? A lot of the churches that we go to.
Real.
You know why? Because Christ came back in you, and they persecute you.
That's real.
So that's the same. So take note of that, right? You know, Christ doesn't sit on the side with the officials and with the people that come with the vainglorious and in the old laws that you know what, thank you, Spirit. You know what Christ would say about the way that the church moved nowadays. You know what Christ would say about that if he came back? He would say, that way doesn't work any longer. That does not work any longer, right? It's the same thing you saying. It's the same thing that he said. Because remember when he came, they did it to him and they did it to John. They yanked John down, took him down, chopped his head off. You know why? Because they was representing the same energy that many of us walk in. And they had to suffer the same thing. Read Matthew.
Thomas' wife, right?
Read chapter 12. It's going to tell you, right? It's going to tell you in Matthew chapter 12, it's going to tell you the religious bodies at the time were the persecutors of Christ. See, the Mosaic law, it wasn't that Christ was dismissing it. He was saying it's a new rhythm, y'all.
And then, you know, we got to stop listening to what people say and watch what they do. And I'm going to say this, and it may be offensive, and I really don't care, right? But we got to watch what people do and not say. A person can claim Jesus, Jesus, Jesus all day, but what are they doing? How are they living? What are they saying, right? Because a person that's saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus all day, but then they coming and they telling you that you wrong for this and you this and this, but the same energy you're reading from is telling you, you know, you will be judged by the same judgment that you're given, right? So pay attention to what people are doing and not what they're saying, because a mouth will say anything. A mouth will tell you anything. It'll do anything to you. A mouth will do anything.
Hey,
right?
Spirit funny. Spirit says when they come in and they try to knock you down with the skullduggery, and they come in and they try to tell you that you're a blasphemer and all of that, give them back. Give them something from the old church.
Yeah, you gotta give them something. Let me tell you what they give them.
This what you give them.
That's what I did.
Say this. Jesus, Jesus, keep ringing in my soul.
Hey.
Jesus, Jesus, keep ringing in my soul.
Hey.
Jesus, Jesus, keep ringing. Jesus, Jesus, keep ringing. Jesus, Jesus, keep ringing in my soul. I guarantee you, if you tell them that, right, you're going to irritate their demons. Because people don't believe, first of all, they don't even know what Christ was saying when he said, I'm going to return. What you thought, his body was about to walk back down? No, his mind.
The mindset.
Where he ascended to.
You, like that was in Christ.
You know what he said? He said, I'm about to transition from this body, y'all. I ain't going to be with y'all no more, but I'm going to send back a comforter. Meaning my spirit going to be left here for you to connect with.
Right.
That's energy.
Right.
That's energy. So when he was saying, I'm coming back, why you think we like we is now? You know why we like we is? Jesus, Jesus, keep ringing in our soul. Jesus, Jesus, keep ringing in our soul. Right? That's what's really happening.
Okay.
So don't let people convince you otherwise. Cling to your doctrine.
Right.
Don't forsake what you learned because you at this place where don't nobody understand. They ain't understand him.
And it's not for you to explain, because I'm hearing some of you guys could be like tarot energy readers. It's not for you to explain that you don't worship cards. You worship God, right? The cards are a tool. So if someone wants to be an imbecile and, think that you worship a card, that's on them. You ain't got to explain nothing nowadays. Like, let a person think what they want, Let them think what they want. You give people their own trouble. You don't have to worry about none of what they talking about. You do you. Keep doing you.
And you know what else? I just had this thought. Well, maybe Spirit will bring it back to me because it slipped right away. But it's kind of like I'm really feeling like an ancient energy, and it's an ancient persecution, right? And the persecution of the righteous is a real thing, right? So you got to be expecting of it, right? Illuminate your path with openness and insight, readying yourself for newfound understanding of content.
Wow.
Right.
No.
And that's really it.
Okay. So?
And when they speak to you about divination, understand what the parable was saying to people, right? First of all, witchcraft is the baneful use of the energy to affect somebody else's life.
Right.
And divination, it was forbidden, but it was not forbidden by the priests. Understand that. Every priest practiced divination. Remember, back in the old days, they used to go into the holies of the holies with the divining. They had the cups. They used to look. Remember Daniel? Daniel was a diviner. Remember Joseph? He was a diviner. Remember Moses? He was a diviner. Remember Jesus? He was a diviner. So when it was forbidden people to practice divination, that was people who was at the level of tribe. Like basically God saying, no, this ain't for everybody to be dealing with. In order for you to be a person that deal with spiritual gifts, you got to have a spiritual anointing. It wasn't speaking to the anointed, it was speaking to the unanointed people. Because the ones that were anointed, they used many tools. Remember, King Nebuchadnezzar said, Daniel, what's my dream? Remember Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel? First of all, let me run it to you before we end out. Nebuchadnezzar was a king that had dreams, right? And you know what he consulted with? He had a whole team full of diviners. They would divine the energy. You know who Daniel was among the diviners? Daniel was known as a master diviner. They say Daniel don't need cards or nothing. He just tap in and get a download from the Most High, right? Now, when Nebuchadnezzar heard that, Nebuchadnezzar said, okay, none of y'all can read my dream. Bring me Daniel. And you know what he told Daniel? That's how I know God is real. He told Daniel, basically, tell me my dream or die. So many words. No, I'm not telling you what I'm dreaming. You supposed to be a diviner. Tell me what's on my dream. And you know what Daniel did? Daniel tapped straight in and divined him and told Nebuchadnezzar what the energy was. So learn the depth. The Bible is not surface level. It's deep, as in esoteric.
Right.
So when you step into the energy of the Bible, please understand, a lot of the people that was there before you, they never stepped into the esoteric meaning of the Bible.
You know what helps me understand the Bible is looking at it as real life, because these were people that lived a real life, right? So you apply it to your real life, and you'll be like, okay, it's the same. Look, this group over here is the same like those
the Quran, the Kabbalah, the Injil, the Torah, all of these holy books, right?
The Book of Mormon,
Kama
Book of Joseph.
All of these, the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, right? All of these books.
Book of Tobit.
You know what they put here for? To show us what's going on in the spirit realm. They all tell a story. You ever notice how the Epic of Gilgamesh and Noah's flood, they so identical? You ever notice that how the New Melish and the Bible is, you ever notice how the Book of Dead in the Bible, so much of the energy is so consistent? Why? It's because that's God's way of giving each race and generation a sequence of stories that can make them sensitive enough in the spirit to gain more revelation. Every prophet in the Bible, they came, and what was added unto every prophet? A different revelation than the one that was in the text they had.
You heard me.
Every prophet that came, they had a different revelation.
That's real.
Remember when Paul actually took the gospel away from the disciples? Remember when Jesus transitioned, Paul went to Areopagus. He left. He went to the Greeks and the Romans, right? Now, when he did that, they was at Antioch. When Peter gave Paul the ministry, it's because Peter said, oh, Paul got a new download. And you know what they all said? James, Jesus' brother, they said, Jesus, why are you giving this uncircumcised man all this power? Why are you giving, he ain't even circumcised. You read, and you know what Peter said? What Paul said, and I'm giving him the ministry today. They all looked at Peter and was like, you mean to tell me you about to give him the ministry? Right? Peter said, yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Because Peter understood Paul got to take this thing into a whole different direction that it never been in, right? That's your duty, divine being.
That's real.
You just like Paul, right? Trying to take some energy. You know when it says, and I'm going to leave, the Bible says that when Paul arrived in Areopagus to preach, Areopagus was a place, y'all, that was ran by 30,000 demigods. They said about Areopagus, you could find a man, you could find a god before you could find a man in Areopagus. Everywhere you turn, it was a statue of the Dagon, right? The Dagon was the god. It was atheist. It was atheist. It was your Stoic people. You had all of these different people, right? And they were all in Areopagus. Areopagus was a place of grandeur where the scholars went. Paul went there to teach. You know what the Bible says about Paul when he went there? It was so much unbelief and so much spiritual decadence that his members started locking up. He couldn't even move. You ever felt like that? Where you can't even move your body because there's so many people that don't. You ever been around people and you felt like, I don't even want to say nothing because I know as soon as I say something, they're going to stone me, right? It's that kind of energy. But nevertheless, you know what he did? He began to deliver his message to whoever he could get it out to. And you know what it did? It spread from a peasant to the royal seats.
Okay.
Until it actually converted. Paul's message was so strong, it converted the Greeks and then landed in Ethiopia, and it began to even convert the people in Ethiopia, right? That's what Paul did.
Right.
So imagine what your duty is.
Your duty is so much greater than you can understand. And that's why we stress that a lot here on this channel. Like, you know, a lot of you guys think you're headed one place, but you don't even have any idea that God is taking you somewhere totally different.
What?
See, like, you came here with a divine purpose. Like, you have so much to do. That's why you think different. You know, you're one of those people that, you know, things that, like, ignorant things don't sit right in your spirit because, you know, you have something different inside of you. You're not just anyone. I talk about that all the time. You know, we're special people. Like, you know, we have a special duty, and, you know, it's just time that everybody starts stepping up. You know, we need everybody in their gift. We need everybody coming together because that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? So it's like, it's all right. Hey, that was your reading. Hey, we hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back this afternoon. Hey, yeah, they call us elemental beings. Yeah, they call us elemental beings. Yeah, we about to tap on this energy.
Somebody say thank you, Auntie and Uncle.
We love y'all.
Aunt Lala, Uncle Harold.
That's right. Auntie and Uncle love y'all. Hey, you guys make sure you have a beautiful, blessed, and abundant day. Catch us this afternoon. If you haven't already, follow the page. Follow us on YouTube. We're Elemental Beings Divine News.
readings are available.
Personal readings are available and they're free. We just ask for a spiritual donation for our time. So inbox us. We're here. Hey. So we on a mission. Yeah. Yeah. I said we on a mission. Yeah. Yeah.
We got the devil on the run.
Hey.
We got the devil on the run.
Hey. Yeah. Let's go. We got the devil on the run. We got the devil on the run. Hey, hey. We got the devil on the run. Inboxes for all readings. We love you guys. We gotta go.
Inboxes.
Hey, I said I love you. I thank you. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the morning matinee, but we'll be back later on this evening. Y'all know how we do.